go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Y'all like that? Because I think that was very appropriate for this 90s hairstyle. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the girl Lala living here, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly how I achieved this 90s layered hair. Now the thing is, I literally took my 26-inch wig, which was way down here, and I cut it and I layer it just to this style, and I absolutely love it. This was my first time using these, okay? So this is a razor. This is my first time using this on my hair, and I want to say this looked like I'm a pro with it. So if you're not familiar with using razors, or if this is your first time cutting your hair into layers, this video is for you, okay? Because it is extremely beginner friendly. So if you're interested in this hairstyle or want to achieve this on your own, stay tuned because I'm about to go and show you guys exactly how I did it. But before we get into that, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you have not yet. Be a part of the family. Like this video if you like the hairstyle, okay? Be for real with me. Like it if you like the hairstyle. Comment down below your feedback. I want to know if you tried the hairstyle and if it worked for you. I love you guys, and let's get into the video. So first things first, you guys, I have on my wig cap, and I'm going to be using my wig from ELVA hair. This wig is old. I had this for a few years now. I even did a video on my channel doing the watercolor method. I colored it jet black, and so I'm going to be taking some rubbing alcohol. This is 99% isopropyl. I always get something really high because I want to take off all the oil, all the dirt, all the makeup off of my skin, because I want my wig to stay down for, I want it to stay down for a minute. I'm not trying to change up this hairstyle every day. And so now I'm just making sure that the wig lines up with my ears, making sure that ear tabs are comfortable. And I'm just going to pull the wig back, and I'm going to take my Got2b gel, and I'm just going to do a thin layer, very thin layer, because I'm doing 2 layers in total. So I take the first layer and I'm just going to put it all around my forehead, even around my ears, because I want the wig to be secured on that part also. And then I'm going to go in with my blow dryer on cool. I'm just going to blow dry it until it gets tacky, and once it looks pretty clear and there's no more like white spots or anything, I'm going to go in with another layer of the Got2b gel. I'm just going to rub it in, a nice thin layer, and then I'm going to go in again with my blow dryer, and these 2 layers help it to stay down even longer, okay? And so because that's not enough for me, I'm gonna go in with my Got2b spray. I'm gonna do several little dabs all over, and then I'm just gonna gently rub it in, and then I'm gonna pull down my wig, make sure it's lined up. I like to pull down my wig from the center first and then go from one side to the next. And so I'm just gonna like press it down lightly. When I first put down the wig, I just want to make sure it's positioned properly, and then I go in with my comb and press it down and make sure it's aligned properly. If it doesn't stick down, that's fine, because I'm going to go in and tie it down with a scarf just to get it melted, to get it, you know, looking like real scalp vibes. And so now that that's done, my hair is big, y'all, okay? Because I let it air dry. I washed it and I didn't blow dry it, I let it air dry, and y'all know when y'all let your hair air dry, it be huge. So I'm just gonna go in and make a part. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna go in later and make sure it's straight, but I just want to section the hair so that I could detangle it, comb it out and brush it out. And then I want to go in and flat iron my hair, because I want to make sure that, you know, I see the length good when I'm cutting it, if y'all know what I'm saying. So I'm going in with some argan oil heat protector, and also this Garnier Fructis, I think it's a frizz, non-frizz, something like that. I'm gonna just write it down for y'all to see. And then I'm just going to straighten my hair. I'm gonna do 1/2 at a time. I like to go at least twice on each like part with the flat iron, because I want it to be really straight so that I could actually see when I'm cutting it, making sure it lays properly. So now I'm almost done with the first half, and as y'all can see, it's like a huge difference between the side that is flat iron and the side that is big and puffy and needs to be teamed. So I'm going to go over to the next side and do the same thing with the heat protector and the frizz spray. And once my hair is good, I'm going to take off my scarf, and y'all look, scalp vibes, hey. So now I'm just gonna go in and, you know, brush it through, make sure it's all smooth and detangled, and then I'm gonna go in and actually start working on this part. So see, I'm just gonna go in and make sure it's straight. Once I do that, I'm gonna go in with my wax stick. Y'all know I love my wax stick, okay? Because once you put on the wax stick and then you flat iron your hair, it stays. You don't have to worry about no flyaways, nothing frizzing up, like you being rubbing your foot with socks on the carpet, you know, like you're getting shock or something. So I love to always put on my wax stick, and after I do that, I'm gonna go in and start creating my baby hairs. So I'm just going to section off the part of my hair on the side. I just need to take away, like, you know, a nice thin section of hair, and then I also go in again with my wax stick because I want to keep the hair separate. Like when I'm working on my baby hair, I don't want the other hair to be getting in the way, so that's just to secure it and keep it up there while I work on the baby hair. And so like I said, I take a nice thin layer, and then I'm just gonna go in with this razor and cut it down. I wore this wig before, so as you can see, you know, it's not too much cutting, but just a little. And then I'm gonna go in with my foam. This is like a wrapping foam, and I'm just going to put it on all the hair tabs, and then I'm going to go in with my edge brush and swoop that hair up, okay y'all? So I want it to be very airy and light, so I'm just doing 3 on each side, so it's going to be 6 in total. And as you can see, it's very light, you know, nothing too harsh, just delicate, beautiful, gorgeous looking baby hairs. So once one side is done, I'm going to do the exact same thing on the next side. So I'm going to go in and section off the hair. Then I'm going to take my wax stick and my hot comb, and I'm going to press that down so it doesn't get in my way. And then I'm going to go in also and take my razor, just cut it down. And when I cut, I kind of cut it at a diagonal, and you'll see when I actually create the layers, it's going to be a diagonal cut too. So keep that in mind. You need a diagonal, you know, a diagonal slant when you're cutting. And we're doing some baby hairs over here too. Once the baby hairs are done, I'm going to go in with my Got2b Freeze Blast Spray, and I'm just going to tap it on the hair, on like the baby hair, the edges, so that they could actually stay, you know, stay down. And I'm just going in with some foundation just to make my part a bit more, you know, noticeable and of course natural looking. And I'm also going to press in some more with the hot comb because we want our hair to look natural. We want it to look flat and all of that, okay? And now I'm going to go in and actually start cutting. I'm going to be using this dual razor. So as you can see, part of the teeth are more separated and then part are like really close. So the one that has the very narrow combs is for the thinning of the hair, okay? So right now I'm using the one with the thick combs because I want to cut the hair. And so you got to think of it like this. When the teeth, like the comb of the teeth is far apart, that's for thick hair, okay? So that's for really cutting the hair. And like I said, this hair is 26 inches, so I'm trying to cut it because I don't want it that long. And so I'm just cutting it at a diagonal with the thick combs, just as a diagonal, as you guys can see. And it's a lot of cutting, it's constant cutting, just keep doing that motion, straight down, cutting. And as you can see, it's not even or anything, and we're not worrying about it being even right now because I'm just trying to get it to the length that I want it at. And so you see I'm going at a diagonal and I'm using the wide combs, the thick comb, to cut the hair. And then when I want to start actually like layering it, I'll flip it over and I'll use the other side and just make light motions, okay? Just light motions because you don't want to do too much damage, okay? You want to work at it because if you do something that's too dramatic, you can't repair it, you know, you really can't repair it. So see, I'm using the thin comb and just going down at a diagonal, just light. just constantly go down until you get it to lay how you want it. And I wanted the first layer to start like at my chin so you could really see the layers. And so I'm going to section my hair, and I'm going to take the thinning part also. I'm just going to run it down because I'm trying to also thin the hair out too. It was a bit thick for me, so I'm just thinning it out. And I'm going in with my flat iron because for some reason when you start, you know, cutting the hair and thinning it, the hair kind of like frizzes up. I don't know if it's like the static from constantly running the razor down it, but it definitely gets a bit puffy. So keep your flat iron on hand because you'll need it to constantly just make sure the hair is straight. And you want to make sure the hair is straight while you're cutting it because you need to see exactly how it's going to fall, okay? And notice I'm going in with the thin side again, the narrow combs, and I'm just thinning it out. And I like to do it at different sections just to make sure that the whole hair has that nice gradient effect. And you can see how it's falling so good. Just trust the process, y'all. I actually separated kind of in half, the front part and then the back half. And I do the same thing, the diagonal motion with the narrow comb. And I just razor it and cut it down. I like to give it a little bit of bump too when I'm flat ironing it, just so I could curl in the hair so you could actually see the layers a bit more. And now I'm just going crazy with it because I'm fully comfortable with the razor. And y'all, this is my first time. I told y'all already, this is my first time using these dual razors. Any razors for just cutting my hair. Like I usually just wear my hair how it comes inside, you know, the package. But I'm going in, I'm thinning it, I'm also going back and I'm flat ironing it and just taking my time to get the look and the length that I want. So I'm even going from the back, you see, and you know, making sure it's cut and thin and even, and it has that nice gradient effect. And y'all, this is gonna come out so good. I was so happy with this. And so I'm going in with the thinning side and I'm just thinning it out because I really want to see how it's laying. And if I need to, I'll just go in and cut it again. But y'all, look at that. It looks so good. And you could just constantly go back in and make sure it's to the length that you want. Right now, I'm loving this length.
So y'all, I think this side looks so good. This is perfect. Now, let's try to get the next side to match this side. We don't want cousins, we want sisters. Twin sisters at that.
Twins, okay, twins, that is what we go in for. So I'm just going to take the thick side of the comb again. This is the cutting side, and I'm going to try to get it to the same length that the other side is at. And honestly, thinking about it right now, I really could have just used a scissors just to give it like a blunt cut and then go in and start, you know, thinning it out and actually creating that layers. That would have saved a lot of time, but I didn't do that. I did everything with the razor, and you can see right now like how fluffy and frizzy it is. That's from all the cutting. And so like I said, you have to go back in with the flat iron every so often just to make sure that, you know, you're actually able to see how the layers are going to lay. And I'm just going in with that thinning side, and I'm just going down at a diagonal, and I keep making different parts and just doing the same diagonal motion, and then I flat iron.
So that's the end of the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, this hairstyle video. I absolutely love this style. This is really 90s, okay? It's really 90s, but it's still cute. And I feel like it's a nice change from having really long hair or curly hair. This is just like an intermediate style, and it looks so good. It's like effortless, kind of like a wrap. And these layers just add that oomph, okay? It adds that oomph what you need in your hairstyle. So I love this. It was kind of easy to achieve. You guys saw me achieve it. I would say that you need to have a steady hand, and it's a lot of going back and forth from different sides just to make sure that it's even on length and that the layers look symmetrical. You don't want like one looking like a bob and the next one looking like a knob. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like this video and comment down. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Bye.